Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. Carry for the rookie Nick Chubb, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Lucky 56. All right, here we go. 319. 319. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. He finds Ross right side. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Landry now on the return. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And the Browns getting set to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And, yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu. I'll tell you that much for free. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Dalton here from the gun. Now he's flushed out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
There you go, 368. Alert, alert. Lead. 51.
Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. From the gun, Dalton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. And this one will be touchdown right at the 30-yard line. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. Mayfield on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Lucky 56. Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Sean Williams there defensively to break that one up.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Here's Britton Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 30. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give him 9, though, on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Lead! 368! 368!
Operating from the gun. Dalton. Flush to his right. Looking sideline, incomplete.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
368!
2nd and 10. Dalton once more. This one complete to Giovanni Bernard. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down. From the gun, Dalton. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Second down, Dalton. Green's got it over the middle. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now Bernard, and he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now the Bengals on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now a carry for Bernard. And stacked a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are in for 6. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he's got room. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole, setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a former Buckeye back home. It's Carlos Hyde. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Mayfield on play action. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Hot. Hot.
To throw, Mayfield. That's complete over the middle to Galloway. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Hot.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield looking left side. That's caught by Landry. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot.
On second down, Johnson. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, Chubb. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Ryan Glasgow in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. Zane Gonzalez now to try the Browns field goal. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll begin here with Bernard. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
There you go. 93, 52, 93, 44, 44. There you go.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. Finding Green complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Tackle made by Demarius Randall.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. Bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
1st and 10 for Dalton. And it's knocked away and incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up second down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Green flexing his muscle. He'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. Dalton off play action. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He's got a man, it's Corey Coleman. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Here's Bernard. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll run again with Bernard. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a toss play to Bernard. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Well, that's the desired outcome coming out here in the second half of being able to run the football and establish a little bit of pace and maybe even a bit of dominance at the line of scrimmage, and they want that to continue. Way too early to think about this being ball control time, but the way they're running it, you got to think they may want to continue that and see if they can go ahead and grind their opponents into submission.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Over here, over
He'll
here.
get it up the middle. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
59.
And the pitch goes to Mixon. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
This offense bent the defense in their long drive downfield, but once they got within sight of the goal line, the defense went to don't break mode and is stiffened.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Bullock will put this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. First down, Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go.
A first down throw for Mayfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They pitch it to Chubb. And some room to work. Finding room inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Over, over, over. Watch him now, Barney.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there, a 22.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now Mayfield. And this is going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. To throw on 2nd down. Dalton flush to his right. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They only need a yard here. 3rd down and 1 after the penalty. Despite only needing 1, Dalton to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Larry Ogunjobi able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Carl Lawson in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19. 3:19.
A toss play to Chubb. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The Browns on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to the ground. This time it's high. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
Detroit! Detroit! Over!
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Jordan Willis in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dalton to the left side here for Eifert. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. Andy Dalton now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
Hey, get ready for something coming left.
On the toss, Bernard runs through the contact. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Again, here's Bernard. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Now the Bengals on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Dalton gives to Bernard. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7. They'll run it here with Bernard. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But it was stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to them the rest of the game.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So the folks on hand here growing a little restless with their kicking game. That's now 2 misses so far.
And in a tight game, 4th quarter, the fans aren't the only ones getting restless, Brandon. There were a few looks of disbelief on that sideline as well.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, We take a break. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 30 yards there. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish